And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we will be talking about an Instagram story that Rick Ross created where he stated that he doesn't need any of that fake money in the metaverse and that he wants all of the gurus to show him where they're at and where's the money at. you know, this is absolutely laughable. I don't think that Rick Ross was being serious when he made that story. I think he was just joking around and wanted to kind of flex off his house. But when I went and I was reading the comments, I was shocked because I said to myself, there's no way that a predominantly black audience could be this lost and this blind to what's right in front of their very faces. Like, you know, we are going through the fourth industrial revolution, meaning that everything that's physical is switching over to digital in some shape, form, or fashion. And we're going through the great reset. Automation is going to take your job. Technology will take your job away from you. And when we sit here and we watch all of these wealth transfers happening, I'm saying to myself, this is exactly why we're always last to every wealth transfer that happens in this country, because we allow rappers and entertainers to have so much influence as to what we think. He's joking, but the people in the comments are actually taking this serious. And, Brother Malcolm said it the best, that the last individuals that we should allow to represent us when it comes to serious matters such as politics and our finances should be celebrities, entertainers, and rappers, right? Like at a certain point, you have to be smart enough to understand that these are the last individuals that you should be following. Because one thing that Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore did a beautiful job about, exposing and educating us on, that's the whole ADOS movement, was the fact that many of these celebrities are broke themselves. And in most cases, they are projecting an image of success, projecting an image of wealth. But when you actually, uncover the veil and look behind the facade, you start to see that most Americans are poor. Most Black Americans are extremely poor. When you look at the racial wealth gap, when you look at the income disparities, when you look at the net worth disparities, and you start to see that it's projected by the year 2053 that the average Black household, the median Black household, will actually have a net worth of zero. This is one of the major reasons why. And I want to play this clip so we can understand where we're starting at. Give me 1 second. Let's put this here.
The metaverse, crypto, y'all getting so much money. Where you at? Where you at? Show us. And I don't mean, I'm trying to get money. Man, I got a lot of money. I ain't need that fake money. But show us, show my homies what the metaverse about. One of y'all big boy crypto dudes, guru crypto, picture takers, step up and say, this is what we gonna do, Rose. Where you at? Huh? Yeah, everybody giggling, looking around. All that fake rich money, where it's at? The metaverse.
Now, I just want you to understand, again, I believe that he was joking around, but the comments are what's alarming to me, which is why I want to make this video in the first place. This is not to attack Rick Ross because he's already successful. It's the people who's following this. See, this is why it's so easy to scheme and scam the Black community, because we care more about how something is presented and packaged versus the actual substance behind what's going on. One of the largest wealth transfers, if not the largest wealth transfer in the history of man, is happening right before our very eyes. And what I find funny about this, and I'm going to dive into this a little bit later, is that he is the biggest boss from the 305. Yet the Miami Heat are playing in an arena named the FTX Arena, right? And FTX is an exchange, a cryptocurrencies derivatives exchange and trading platform that literally was created by Sam Bankman-Fried, who's a billionaire. So when he says that he wants us to show him the money's all around you. See, part of being an intelligent and good investor is seeing the obvious before it's obvious. That's what makes you a good investor. That's what allows you to capture a wealth transfer, is watching what's happening around you, not investing in something after it's already successful, right? After the metaverse has been perfected, after the dominant cryptocurrency and the dominant network has evolved, because by then it's too late. And this is why we're always at the back end of all of these wealth transfers, because of the things that we allow to impact us and influence us. Because see, we care more about how something looks than the actual substance of something. See, if I have on a Rollie, a bust down Cuban, if I have a Lambo in a mansion, the homies want to hear what I have to say. But if I'm sitting here presenting information to you and teaching you how you can make some money, people don't want to hear that. And it's just the sad reality of where we currently are as a people. So I have a lot to discuss, a lot that I want to cover tonight. Please do me a favor and like this video, share this video, subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification bell and you set all the notifications to all. I am doing a $5,000 crypto giveaway. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'm doing a $5,000 crypto giveaway. In order for you to learn more about that giveaway, you need to text the number in the description below and text the word YouTube. Also, that will allow you to get on my mailing list so that when I go live, I can notify you via text message when I go live. I also have a new Instagram page that I created because I'm being shadow banned on my other page because of the information that I share. A link to that will be in the description below. Also, I am going to plug my crypto course. The reason being is because we as a community, we severely need this information in a major way. And we have a free 3-day trial for you to come check it out and see if you like it. Because when you start seeing people like this, and a link will be in the description below. When you see this,
crypto, y'all getting so much money. Where you at? Where you at? Show us. And I don't mean, oh, I'm trying to get money. Man, I got a lot of money. I ain't need that fake money. But show us, show my homies what the metaverse about. One of y'all big boy crypto dudes, guru crypto picture takers, step up and say, this is what we gonna do, Rose. Where you at? Huh? Yeah, everybody giggling, looking around.
So don't worry, Rose. I'll show you where the money's at. So I want to read this article real quick, just a paragraph, and bear with me because I know many of you don't like to listen to someone read something. But this is an article that was created by Antonio Moore back on August 5th, 2014. And it says, The Decadent Veil, Black America's Wealth Illusion. And this is important that you understand this. He says, I write this piece following the groundwork laid by W.E.B. Du Bois. The veil he described was a visualization of racial duality. I now undertake the daunting task of clarifying the new veil of economics that has covered the struggles of a generation. Right here, he says, the decadent veil looks at Black Americans through a lens of group theory and seeks to explain an illusion that has taken form over a 30-year span of financial deregulation and newfound access to unsecured credit. This veil is trimmed with million-dollar sports contracts, Rock Nation tour deals, designer labels made for heads of state. As Black celebrity invited us into homes through shows like MTV Cribs, we forgot the condition of overall African Americans' financial affairs. Despite a large section of the 14 million Black households drowning in poverty and debt, the stories of a few are told as if they represent those of millions and not thousands. It is this new veil of economics that has allowed for a broad swath of America to become not just desensitized to Black poverty, but also hypnotized by Black celebrity. How could we not? Our channels from ESPN to VH1 are filled with presentations of Black Americans being paid a king's ransom to entertain. As Black celebrity has been shown, to millions of people, millions of times, the story of real lives has been lost. And with it, the engine that thrusts forward the demand for social justice by the masses. The heartbeat of social action is to recognize your mistreatment and demand better. With each presentation of Kobe Bryant's $25 million a year check or Oprah's status as the sole African-American billionaire, a veil of false calm is created within the overall American economic psyche about the immense black wealth disparity. Young black men from ghettos across America that used to dream to make great changes in racial inequality now just dream to be a millionaire and be like Mike and dunk a ball or dance on stage. The decadent veil not only warps the black community's vision outward to a larger economic world, but it distorts outside communities' views of black America's actual financial reality. And this is important. This is very, very important that we pay attention to this because, see, when he's speaking, he's saying that you need to show him money. And in reality, most of these people who are showing you money, they are broke themselves. See, when we look at this list right here, this list right here shows you the billionaires that are in crypto, right? But the difference is that the billionaires in crypto, they're not running around and showing you their rollies. They're not running around and showing you their nice homes. They're too busy making money. So let's look at this list, and I want to show you something very important. Not one black person is on this list. You have Tim Draper, worth $1.2 billion in regards to crypto. Matthew Rozak, $1.4 billion. Michael Saylor, $1.6 billion. Kim Hong Nguyen, $1.9 billion. Fred Eshram, $2.1 billion. 13 and 14, here we go. Devin Finzer, Alex Atala. We have Nicola, I'm not even going to try to say that, and Joseph Law. Jeb McCaleb, Barry Silbert, Song, Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, the Winklevoss twins from Facebook. Chris Larson, Gary Wing, Brian Armstrong, Sam Bankman-Fried, and Shengpeng Zhao. Billionaires. All of these people are billionaires. So when he says, show me the money's right here in your face. As I said earlier, when you come here and you look at FTX, this is an exchange for crypto where you can trade. The Miami Heat are playing in an arena called the FTX Arena. The Staples Arena is now named Crypto.com. So when a person says, show me the money is on the arena of your home team. This man's worth $26 billion, the founder of this exchange. And they're turning Miami into a crypto hub right before your very eyes. Citi says the metaverse economy could be worth $13 trillion by 2030. So now who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to Rose, who's in his home talking some ish, flexing, which is okay. He's earned that right. He's earned his money. Or are you going to follow the money? You see, about 3 weeks ago, I was at the Bitcoin conference in Miami. And it was me, Tony, Tall Guy Tycoon. I saw the brother 19 Keys there as well. And we all made the same observation that most of the people there, 98% of the people there, were not black. And if you come here and you look at the speakers, right? Just look at the speakers. They did a real good job of putting Serena up here. But look at the color of all of the people who were there speaking. Got Odell Beckham. We have this individual. So that's 4. And then look at this. None of these people look like us. Just look at the list of speakers. Look at the list of speakers as you go further down. And I'm not trying to make this a racial thing. I'm highlighting something to you. There was over 30,000 people at the Bitcoin conference. Over 98% of them were white. The vendors at the actual conference were paying $50,000 or more to have their booth there. Some of the vendors paid $250,000 to have a booth there. It was rumored that 10% of the world's wealth was actually at the Bitcoin conference. Between the sponsors, there was over 400 sponsors. The event was sponsored by Cash App. I like what Big Man just says. The wealthy are quiet. the rich and poor are allowed as fuck, is basically what he's trying to say. Look at this list. Because again, this isn't a rap video. These people aren't trying to project an image of being a rapper. They had on nice clothes, they had on designer, but they weren't projecting this image of trying to impress you with their wealth. They were coming there to make connections. They were coming there to learn about what was going on. They were coming there to inform themselves. Here we go. Look at Nas. Nas was an early investor in Coinbase because people want to see the wealth, right? So let's talk about the wealth. Rapper Nasir Jones, known better as Nas, has emerged as an unlikely winner in today's Coinbase IPO. An early investor in the company, the rapper's stake is worth at least $40 million. The cryptocurrency exchange was valued at $99.6 billion today when trading began and reached a valuation of over $100 billion in minutes. He's a rapper. He's in crypto. His investment turned into a $40 million investment. You know, people want to see the money. The money is there. Now, am I saying investing in crypto is going to close the racial wealth gap? Absolutely not. We have systemic issues that were created by our government that holds a lot of us back and locks us into certain conditions. But part of the reason why we can't get on code and solve a lot of these problems is because of the fact that we allow black celebrities and entertainers to occupy important topics and discussions such as our finances and politics. We should allow our entertainers to entertain. But we should not be seeking political advice or looking to them for financial advice. Because in most cases, most of these rappers are broke. Now, in the case of Rose, he's doing good for himself, so he's not broke. It says he's estimated to be worth $45 million. Now, we know that these websites are not accurate. So let's multiply it times 5. Let's say that he's worth $250 million. Let's give him that on the high end. Look at this list. Like I said before, look at the list of these people here. $65 billion, $24 billion. Look at the list of people right here in crypto. Now, just get a little ignorant real quick. Just kind of, highlight something. This is Richard Hart right here. He is the founder of Hex. And he's going to do a little bit of flexing because people, I'm not saying this, but people feel like they got to see the money. So let's show you some of the money.
Called the Bitcoin top on the day. Also, hello everybody. Richard Hart here. I own the world's largest diamond. I have a 1,000 horsepower Ferrari. Got $5.5 million of watches that you guys know about. I think I've got about $8 million in total. A few you don't know about yet. I raised $27 million for charity. I called the Bitcoin top on the day.
All right. So he's doing a little bit of flexing. Let's come here. Let's look at the watches. So he talks about his watches.
Bright, I gotta wear shades. Check this silly thing out, huh? It's like wearing a radar dish. You can hear your own voice really loud inside this thing. So I hope you got a good look at it because I am taking it right off.
And Richard does this on purpose. I want to highlight something here. And notice that I'm talking a lot about other people of other ethnicities. Richard has all of those Rolexes and Richard Millie's back there to mock you. He's mocking those of you that thinks that this is what wealth is. He's a billionaire. He's doing that to mock you. Because he understands that that's what's going to get the masses' attention. Materialism. Not his knowledge. This man has been sitting on YouTube now. I first came across Richard's content back in 2017. That means he's been on YouTube 5 years, giving out knowledge, giving out game, educating people about crypto. Went and created his own cryptocurrency, helped people become millionaires. He himself is a billionaire. But most people won't listen to him until he puts on a Louis Vuitton jacket. He has a Louis Vuitton duck behind him and over $8 million in watches behind him. And it's sad that that's what it takes to get people's attention. not their economic conditions that they're in, not the fact that we're a wealthless group of people, not the fact that automation and technology is going to take most of your jobs, right? The only thing that gets your attention is a Rolex, a Lambo, materialism. That's what makes it so sad. And we stand the most to benefit from this technology by getting involved. But yet we sit on the sidelines. And, you know, Tony has said that to me, and it really clicked in my mind. Like when I was at that conference and there's 30,000 people there. And you're looking at the stage and you're looking at the speakers and you're looking at the vendors and you don't see people that look like us there. But I guarantee you, if they put a rapper or a celebrity, a black rapper or celebrity on their flyer, I guarantee you everyone would have popped out. So you have to ask yourself, are you looking to be entertained? Right? Are you looking for edutainment? Or are you looking for information that can change your situation? Are you looking for a photo op? What are you looking for? Right here, look at the title. He says a 65K, right? He's talking about his Louis Vuitton, his Gucci, his Prada, and Versace, Burberry. Look, he puts all of these names in the title because he understands that that's what's going to get you to click on it. He probably created one of the best performing cryptocurrencies of the bull market. And everyone called it a scam and no one believed in it. So now he does these things and look at the views he gets.
Richard Hart went on Twitter here, Richard Hart on YouTube. I'm going to do a silly unboxing video about $60,000 of like fashion stuff I bought over the last week. Here we go. Let's jump right in. It's nice when stuff matches. So like, look, flamboyant silk. I went with this green neon stuff.
And notice that he called it silly, right? Again, mocking people. Now, you know, just got to brag a little bit because, you know, the God has one of those silky shirts as well, too. You know, I'm not doing too bad for myself either. You know, I mean, I don't have a mansion like Rick Ross yet, but, you know, I got the same shirt too, Richard. So that means I'm in good company. But back to what he was saying, you know, he's sitting here and he's mocking the fact that this is what people think is wealth. There are so many billionaires in crypto that you won't even know it. But he's showing you the lifestyle. He's showing you what you want to see. You're getting to see the swag. You have to ask yourself a question. What are you looking for? See, when we take a step back, right, and we look at this, these are the top assets ranked by market cap. I want you to notice something here because many of you seem to miss it, right? You have gold coming in with a market cap of just under $12 trillion. What's the second company there or second asset? Apple. What is Apple? A technology company. Right here, number 4. The 4th largest company by market cap. What is it? Microsoft. Alphabet. Amazon. Tesla. Bitcoin. Meta. Nvidia. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the top 12 are technology companies. And you can make the argument that Saudi Aramco is a technology company as well. Because you need technology in order for you to drill and find oil. I'm just saying, you know, you have to ask yourself, what are you looking at? What are the most successful companies right now? They're all tech companies. Cryptocurrency is a technology. And the technology is only going to get better. So if I'm a person, I'm sitting on the sidelines, I have to ask myself, the money's here. The money's in tech. The money's in crypto. Like when you see a device like this, This is an Oculus device. You think that they're creating a device like that just because they think the metaverse is something fake? You think Facebook changed its name to Meta? They just wanted to change their name to Meta just because? They're spending over $10 billion. They spent over $10 billion last year on its Metaverse division. Microsoft is coming out with the HoloLens. Because Rick Ross is saying, show him the money. Show him and the homies the money. It's $10 billion right there. That's $10 billion that's going into R&D, which stands for research and development. That's $10 billion that's going into marketing, advertising. That's $10 billion that's going into employing people. Wealth transfer. We're not there getting a part of that wealth transfer. See, what Rick Ross should have been doing is saying, let's find the best and brightest minds in crypto. Because, see, I'm not a guru. I'm a duru. I do this. I've been doing this since 2012, successfully. But at a certain point, we have to start asking ourselves, like, what do we truly want this to look like? Do we want to put in the work that's necessary? Because $10 billion is a drop in the bucket in regards to the larger scope of the amount of money that's at risk and at stake here. Because what's going to happen is all of that money that's tied up into the Web 2.0 and legacy tech companies will flow to crypto. It's already happening. The problem is that we don't have enough people that looks like us getting involved in it. It says Facebook plans to spend at least $10 billion this year on Facebook Reality Labs, its metaverse division, tasked with creating AR, which stands for augmented reality, and VR hardware, software, and content. We are committed to bringing this long-term vision to life, and we expect to increase our investments for the next several years, the company wrote in its third quarter earnings release this afternoon. Facebook sees AR and VR as being core to the next generation of online social experiences. The division, which already makes the Oculus Quest headset and Portal lineup of calling devices, is clearly being positioned as the next big thing inside of Facebook. And right on cue, look what happened with Snoop.
Oh, yeah. It's called BODR, right? Yeah. It's called BODR. It's called Back on Death Row. So I was putting that in everybody's face before the Super Bowl. Then the Super Bowl came, boom, dropped the album the next day. On the Metaverse, it made $21 million the first day. Oh yeah. It's called BODR, right? Yeah. It's called BODR. It's called Back on Death Row. So I was putting that in everybody's face before the Super Bowl. Then the Super Bowl came, boom, dropped the album the next day. On the Metaverse, it made $21 million the first day. Oh yeah. It's called
$21 million the first day. And, going back to like when he said you got to show him.
The Metaverse, crypto, y'all getting so much money. Where you at? Where you at? Show us. And I don't mean, I'm trying to get money. Man, I got a lot of money. I ain't need that fake money. But show us, show my homies what the Metaverse about. One of y'all big boy crypto dudes, guru crypto, picture takers, step up and say, this is what we gonna do, Rose. Where you at? Huh? Yeah, here.
Well, I'm here. I'm trying to show you where the money's at. Let's look at some of the job opportunities that's here, right? If we come here, look at this. So a majority of these jobs are tech-based, but not all of them. Right here, you have a product owner manager for DeFi order book DEX. Right here, this job is paying $2,000 per month. They're looking for a community manager. You have a crypto copywriter. So see, many people believe that all you have to be some type of a super programmer or, be heavily into tech in order for you to work in crypto. And that's just not true. Because many of these cryptocurrencies, they need more branding, marketing. Well, guess what? If you're good at marketing, you can come over here and start marketing for them. They need help with a copywriter in regards to, creating captivating titles for their videos. They need content creators to create content around the technology and how to use the technology. They need people to help write up the documentation. Those are job opportunities for people. And they're good paying jobs. right here, a Bitforce growth manager, business development lead, head of business development, community manager, paying $50K to $100K. Because you're asking, where's the money? So if you build something like Vitalik, you create Ethereum, you become a billionaire. Like Richard Hart, you become a billionaire. Right? Like the guy Sam from FTX, you become a billionaire. So you could be an entrepreneur and build something and make billions, or you can work and make a good living on salary, or you could be an investor. Let's look at Tony. I love this tweet that he put out. He says, man, this is heavy. I just did the math since I purchased my Bored Ape Yacht Club. Yuga has done nothing but over deliver. So he said, I purchased a $309,000 JPEG. Since then, they've given me over $230,000 in ApeCoin, and then followed up with a free land drop that he got a $230,000 offer on. Why? Because crypto rewards early adopters. So because he's adopting the technology early, he's getting rewarded. For those of you who've been following me, if you're in my Tech Academy and you went through the courses that I created, if you used Uniswap before the airdrop, they airdropped you free tokens, free ETH. That ETH at the end, I think it was like 4 Ethereum or 5 Ethereum, ended up being worth over $20,000 just for using their actual product. Then turned around and 1inch did an airdrop. Then Paraswap did an airdrop. Then Tornado Cash did an airdrop. So he got airdrop tokens just by holding it. Are you going to say that's fake? That's not real? Because money is changing hands. An economy is being created right before your very eyes. If you're looking. It's all right in front of you. If you're adopting the technology and being an early adopter, or you can sit around and you can make jokes about this. You can, try to play it like it's fake money. And I love when I hear people talk about, they'll rather have cash. Number one, most of you don't have cash. And we know that just by looking at, the racial wealth gap in the data here, right? The median wealth of Black Americans will fall to 0 by 2053. So we know that we're a wealthless group of people. We can look at charts like this and we can see it. But even those dollars that you're holding, they're literally losing 3% of its value every year. Right? Literally losing 3% of its value every year by holding dollars. And that's if you believe the government's data. Because we know inflation's much worse than just 3%. I don't understand people. And then people say, well, I don't understand because everything's digital. You use digital money every single day. What do you think Venmo is? Digital money. PayPal, digital money. Cash App, digital money. Do you understand that you use ledger technology every day because your bank debits your ledger, takes money from it and sends it to another ledger? So your 95% of the world's money is already digital anyway. We're moving to a digital world as we speak. It's only a matter of whether the future is going to be decentralized or centralized. You have Goldman Sachs talking about creating mortgage products around Bitcoin. You have countries like El Salvador making it legal tender. And we're still sitting here having a conversation about whether or not this is real. Going on 13 years now. And we're still having a conversation if this is real. So I just want you to understand how far behind. And again, I think Rose was just joking. He just was talking some, ish on his page. But the comments were alarming to me. And see, as he said before, show him. This is exactly why Jay Morrison, Umar, Polite, and all of these other individuals can exist and thrive and prey on the community, because many of you are not looking for things of substance. You want to hear rhetoric and you want to see materialism. If a person looks like they got money, if they're talking like they have money, if they're talking like they have a solution, then you don't care. Because see, many of you just want to give your money to someone and hope that they're going to save you. hope that they're going to rescue you. That's it, right? Looking for this Messiah. Instead of saying, no, I see money, I'm going to follow the money. If 30,000 people from around the world came to the Bitcoin conference, the question you need to be saying to yourself is, why wasn't you there? If vendors are paying $50,000, $100,000, or $250,000 to be in the room, why weren't you there? See, these are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Asking yourself, can I find a job opportunity here? Can I be an entrepreneur here? These are the questions that you should be asking. A technical writer, a marketing manager, content manager lead. Because see, I'm solution-based over here. Let me give you some free game. This is the free business that you can go and start right now today. Maybe it may cost you a few $100 to get it up and running because you may need some editing software, whatever the case may be. Go and find 10 or 15 of the top content creators or influencers in a particular industry. Go and take their content and repurpose it. You can go and you can make reels or TikToks for them and then come back to them and say, what do you think about the content that I just created for you? And you can be their content creator. Don't believe me? There's an Instagram page called Wealth. Right? I'll show you right now what I'm talking about, just so you can see, because see, many of you say, well, you know, how do I get started? I'm going to show you how you get started right here. This page that I actually took it from. Let's go here. Let's go Wealth. This page simply takes other people's content and creates IG Reels. Now, when you get to a certain subscriber threshold and view count, Instagram pays you for the amount of views you get on your Reels. So you could go to Joey Diaz, right? Or any of these other successful influencers and show them, hey, look at the following I was able to build by repurposing your content. And then what you can do is you can start an agency where you go, because see, it becomes very hard for these influencers to manage all of their content. So you can be the content creator and manager for them by simply repurposing their content and showing them, hey, this is my rate, how much I'm going to charge you to do this, and go and find 10 or 15 people and do it all day long. That's a business, because this is what these blogs are doing. And they're making $250,000 to $1 million a year by doing this. But see, you won't know that because you don't see money. You don't see the person behind the page. So whoever's running this page is running this anonymously. There's another page called Business Magnet as well, where all they do is repurpose other people's content. That's a business for you right there. You can create literally a marketing and content creation agency. You want solutions. You want people to show you where the money's at. I'm showing you where the money's at. But see, how are you going to get to the money if you're not around people that know how to get money in this particular field? I know how to get money in this field. I am very successful in crypto. Been involved since 2012. I can show you how to get money. Why do you think I created my tech academy? Right? I created the academy to give you a space to come and learn, where you don't got to sit up here and be bombarded with a rap persona or doing it for the culture, but just giving you solid information that you can go and take and do something with it, so that you can get in the room and know what you're talking about, so you can understand the back end of the technology and how it works. Right? You have to ask yourself that question now. A Deep House Nation says, Ross is, I gotta make this a little bit bigger because I can't see. My light's in my way. So Deep House Nation says, Ross is in business with Wise Intelligent, who is heavy on crypto education. Check his IG. Ross playing chess, but he's misleading his followers. Of course, I know that he's playing chess, and the fact that he's with Earn Your Leisure and other individuals who are heavily involved in crypto as well, clearly show. But I'm speaking more to the comments section, right? Because the comment section is what really was alarming to me. How people were saying, well, what if the internet goes out? You know, or that crypto stuff is fake. How can you say crypto is fake when the mayor of Miami is trying to make Miami a crypto hub? Don't believe me? Let's listen to him say it out of his mouth.
Last December, in December of 2020, when there was talk among Silicon Valley people about, hey, you know, San Francisco is not working out so great right now. What should we do? Someone suggested, hey, let's move Silicon Valley to Miami. And Mayor Suarez responded, how can I help? And that tweet really went viral, and Mayor Suarez was really there to welcome them with open arms.
The Miami area has seen a 15% increase in tech professionals.
The mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, how are you doing with regards to attracting more of those businesses to set up shop in Miami?
The idea of making Miami a crypto city was something that happened recently, but it's been really a 10-year build.
Look, I have 2 children. Technology's here to stay. For me, as you think about how do you create high-paying jobs which have a generational impact, you have to attract the people that create these companies.
Can artificial
our city CEO, mayor's.
More of those of Miami, Francis Suarez, how are you doing with regards to attracting more of those businesses to set up shop in Miami?
The idea of making Miami a crypto city was something that happened recently, but it's been really a 10-year build.
Look, I have 2 children. Technology's here to stay. For me, as you think about how do you create high-paying jobs which have a generational impact, you have to attract the people that create these companies.
Our city CEO.
So right here, as you can see, they're trying to turn Miami into a crypto hub. And I just told you the arena that the Heat play in, it's called the FTX Arena. So when people say, let me see the money, Richard Hart's showing you the money. He has $8 million worth of watches behind him. Over $8 million. Has a Louis Vuitton duck. $20,000 bags. Louis Vuitton, because just the kind of rub it in your face of how silly that is, that's what it takes for you to listen to someone. So you should be listening to someone because they're providing you with high quality knowledge and information. Like I just gave you a business idea that you can go and make 6 figures with. Literally right now, you can go and find top influencers and repurpose their content and start building a following and then go back to them and get them to buy content from you because you're recreating their content for them because they don't have the time. See, I know this because I'm looking for someone to do that for me. I'm looking to pay someone to take my live videos and chop them up into 60-second reels. I'm looking for someone that when I'm in Miami and I want to record some content, I can call them, hey, come with me for the next 2 days and follow me around and record me. So I know that there's a marketplace for this because I need a person like this. And I've come across other high-level influencers and big influencers, and guess what? They have content creators for them. They create the content and the person manages it and repurposes it. So when you sit here and you look at these crypto jobs, here we go, content manager lead at Lisk, assistant general manager, a talent acquisition recruiter. So all of these jobs in crypto are not tech-based. An entry-level blockchain developer starts at $75,000 to $100,000. Fabian Perspective TV says, how's it going, Eli? Thanks for the donation. I DM'd you a reel short of a clip of you speaking on ADOS on IG a few days ago. Let me know what you think. Yeah, guys, I get a lot of DMs. Like literally, I get like anywhere from like 25 to 50 DMs a day. So sometimes you may have to DM me like multiple times, like 2, 3, maybe even 4 times for me to get it. Cause I just like, we just basically like a marketing campaign now for the lifetime membership. So I got a lot of people asking questions and stuff about that. But please send it to me again, brother. I'll definitely take a look at it. A Jeep Man says, thoughts on Crow. Got in at 28 cents, small bag. Also thoughts on Mera. Had earnings today. Some problem scaling. New miners online. Should be fine by end of the year. Don't know too much about Mara, but what I will say about Crow, I believe that they're going to be successful just from the standpoint of they got like a large Asian base and following. But what many of us have to be aware of is that we are going into a different world now in regards to liquidity and financing. So when you start looking at a lot of these tech valuations, you have to start kind of reducing your expectations because the Fed is not injecting and pumping as much liquidity into the markets as before. So you may have to cut down, your expectations for a lot of these altcoins in regards to how much they can pump because the liquidity is just not there in regards to the cheap money, right? If the Fed is pulling back the punch bowl, the cheap money, that's going to have an impact on a lot of these cryptocurrency valuations. So I think Crow will be okay just from the standpoint of they're not heavily US based, but we're going into a slowdown. You can't deny that. I did a video talking about the recession that we're getting ready to go into. So you just be mindful of that. And like we're no longer in, it's not saying that we're not in a bull market. We're just not in a market where everything's going to pump. So a lot of these coins and some of these, like I'm kind of reshuffling like my thought process in regards to where I'm going to be putting new capital once we have this flush down, this flush out. And I feel much safer being in top 5, top 10 cryptocurrencies, or my top 10 positions rather than speculating in a lot of these altcoins because just the momentum's not there anymore. And, a lot of the cheap money's not there. So I hope that answers your question. And I hope I got everyone's donation. Deep House. Was there someone else that came through? Yeah, I think I got everyone's donation. Thanks, guys, for the support. Here we go. Another business development manager, lead marketing manager, token economic researcher. Sales, marketing, and community manager, $35,000. DeFi education representative. And look, this is a remote job that you can work from home. A lot of these jobs are remote. I'm showing you where the money is at. If you want to be an entrepreneur, go build some things. So guess what? You want to learn some technical knowledge, some technical information. Here's a guy right here by the name of Patrick Collins. Puts out a ton of free content on being a Web3 developer, a Solidity developer. I'll put it in the chat for you guys so you can go and do your own research. So even if you don't have the money to join my tech academy, I give you guys free information. Information is all around you. If you have one of these devices and you're watching Rose talk about the metaverse, then you can go here and educate yourself about the metaverse and go learn how to build some stuff. His whole channel is about building things. And it's pretty good content. Now, obviously, there's always a catch to things. People always have a sales pitch at the end, but most of his free content's pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. So look what Raw Talk Real Deal said. Land is recession proof. Really? Do you think land is recession proof if people can't pay? And the government says that you can't evict people? Do you really think it's recession proof? Because look what happened here in New York. This idea that we're going into a whole new world. Many of the things that we believed could not happen are happening. You need to be diverse in your thinking. Because the government said to you can't evict people because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Right? People throw around these terms recession proof and listen, man, you should be diversified in your thinking, diversified in your investing. This is why you see me. Guess what? I own crypto. I own gold. I own silver, right? I own assets in different denominations. I have small 1 ounces. Where's my rest of my gold at? I got different denominations in gold, and this is just what I leave on my desk. I probably got about $9,000 in gold and silver just sitting here on my desk, right? Because that's right. But y'all don't want to see that. You want to see the gold rollie. You want to see the bust down Cuban. You don't want to see real money, right? Gold and silver, cryptos on ledgers, real money. We have to start asking ourselves, what do we want our future to look like? And stop allowing people to make us think that materialism is wealth, that consumption is wealth. Just because you can consume something doesn't mean you're wealthy. And the people that's in the comment section there, they need to be watching this video. They need to be watching people like Patrick. They need to be taking OpenCourseWare free courses, going to Harvard's CS50 lectures. The internet's full of a wealth of information on Web3. If you're looking for it. And that's the beautiful thing. To work in most tech jobs, you don't need advanced levels of education. You need to know how to build things and do things. I'll give you some more free information. Harvard CS50, right? I believe in giving you enough for you to go and do what you need to do. Right here, pull it up. Boom, boom. So you can leave away from this video and go educate yourself. So this is not the playlist. Here we go. This is from 2020. Copy link address. Put this in the chat for you guys. There you go. So the money's here. The question is, are you going to put in the work to get the jobs, to build the technology, to be an entrepreneur, to be an investor? See, many people are talking about the crash that's getting ready to come. So what if the market crashes? I buy more. Because buying in 2018, 2019, 2020 is how I became a millionaire. When everyone said, don't buy crypto, I was buying more crypto. When everyone said it was a scam, that's not real, that is fake, I was buying more. And those of you who keep building and having a vision and seeing the obvious before it's obvious will make a ton of money. I was at the Bitcoin conference and I can validate your observation. We were absent. Many side parties required a 21K pass to enter. That's real money. Absolutely. And I like the donation 777. Right? Like when you look at this, the speakers there, you don't see diversity with the speakers. And it's not because they're not looking for them. See, here's the funny thing. This is what's funny. I get DMs and emails from people all day long who are looking for people of color, looking for black talent. They can't find it because we don't believe the metaverse is real. We don't believe crypto is real. Yet I'm showing you jobs that are paying $50,000 and $100,000. Look at this. Senior React Native engineer, $50,000 to $100,000 you can work remote. Solidity, $65,000 to $100K. Growth hacker at Redstone, $60,000 to $80,000. Distributed ledger technology and Web3 engineer, $65,000 to $120,000. I'm showing you the money. The question is, do you want the money? I'm showing you the billionaires that build things. These are all the billionaires on the list, right? Cameron Winklevoss and Tyler Winklevoss, they created Gemini, the exchange, $4 billion each. I'm showing you the money. Now you gonna put the work in and go get it? Because see, when you come here and you look at this data point right here, the ever-growing gap, Black, Latino, and white household wealth. Again, a large part of this is because of politics and systemic issues. But a lot of some of it has to do with what we listen to and what we consume in regards to our finances. Who do we allow to guide us? And I like what Roderick Hayes says. Those salaries are going to rise as well. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Rockfelder says, keep it up. Thanks. Jobs are everywhere. The money's everywhere. Look at Yuga Labs. They got a $450 million investment from A16Z. That's the kind of money that's out here. There's absolutely nothing stopping us from studying. There's nothing stopping us from getting involved. There's nothing stopping us from being interested in this technology. We just have to change we have to change the way we approach information and we approach knowledge. We have to look for practical, real world solutions to our problems that we have, whether it's political, whether it's economic, whether it's investing. We have to start thinking of more logical ways to approach things. Even if it's doing group economics and pooling our resources together, it needs to be into things that can really move the needle. When we come here and we look at the market cap of crypto combined, boom, 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 boom. When we come here and we look at the crypto market cap, let's pull this up. This is the market cap of all of the cryptocurrencies combined. We can see that the market cap is only $1.8 trillion. We have so much more room to go up. Now, I believe in the short term that the market's going to trade lower. I still believe that Bitcoin's going to touch $30,000 just because of what the Fed is doing. So I believe that this rally that we're seeing now, I would be looking to fade this rally. But again, the Fed can come out tomorrow later on this week and announce that they're no longer cutting rates, or they're going to slow the rate hikes, and the market can boom. But I believe, based upon all of the information we have today, right now, if the Fed is serious about raising interest rates and reducing their balance sheet, the market should trade lower. Of course, you can pay for my Tech Academy in crypto. The difference is that I don't take it directly on my website for, financial reasons. I'll just leave it like that, right? Because I don't want those folks all in my business. But you can DM me on Instagram and I'll give you an address to send the crypto to. And once I receive it, then I'll add you. A few people have paid via crypto. But remember, once you start taking crypto payments for your products and services, you open yourself up to those people to really start getting in your business, the IRS, etc. Are ape NFTs a good investment? At this current price level, me personally, I wouldn't be buying an ape. I believe that the market's going to go much lower. If I was you, I would be looking at a lot of the land in the other side, which is affiliated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club brand, is what I would be looking for. I'll be looking to get into that if I was a person sitting on the sidelines right now. And that's another thing too. I saw another individual and he was talking about how he purchased ApeCoin and it was down. You have to be, when you're buying into a highly speculative and volatile asset like crypto, the best time to buy is when the market is down. If chances are, once you see something start to go viral and everyone's talking about it, that's the worst time to buy. You could buy a little bit. So if I had $20,000 to invest, hypothetically speaking, not financial advice, and I wanted to get an ApeCoin, I may put $3,000 into it and just see where it goes. But then when the market finally comes down, then I would invest a large amount of money into it. Right? What I wouldn't do is when the market is up 100, 200%, go all in. Right? Because now you're chasing performance. And see, if you don't know these things and you don't understand these things, then what should you be doing? You should be joining my Tech Academy. Or you should be finding people who are really good at technical analysis and breaking down the market. It says, Darius says, hey, Eli, I hope all of you are doing well. Is it possible you can charge me for my Tech Academy out of my account? I don't know what you're talking about, Darius Harper. You have to email me. Email me at info@mytechacademy.io. That's where support is at. There we go. That's better. Now I can see. I can't answer that question. Enlighten below. Is creating intellectual property possibly wealth builder for this new revolution? Possibly. I don't. That's not my wheelhouse, right? One thing about me, I will never try to be an expert at all things. I'm not like these other individuals who's going to sit up here and try to tell you that I know about biology, investing, tax law, credit. One thing about me, I stick to what I know, and what I know best is crypto. I don't try to get into other disciplines that I really don't know much about, and that's just one place I don't know. Yeah, well, Malik, brother, if you did that, that's not smart investing. I'm talking to you in regards to the technology and the potential of ApeCoin. That doesn't mean that you should go buy it at the current price, right? If something is trading at $24, $25, and it just was at $11 a few days ago, chances are you're going to get a pullback, right? Like you're buying at the peak. Like you have to see, what you do is you build a list of things that you're interested in, and then you wait for the market to come to you, and then you buy. You don't go chasing the market and buy something just because someone's talking about it. You have to have a plan. Like, I've been in ApeCoin since the below $6. Thanks for the donation, Lewis Thomas. Someone said Zelda Inu. Listen, you guys, you know how I feel about meme coins. I wouldn't touch them at all. Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. Can you make money with them? Absolutely. I tell you guys this all the time. But you have to know what you own and why you own it, and when you plan on getting out. Jeff Paul TV says, people think digital currency is helping them step out of the centralized way, as if you're getting from under one boss, but getting under an even bigger boss called AI. AI is going to be here regardless. Whether crypto exists or not, AI will be here and will be a dominant factor in your life, right? So this idea that people think that they're escaping AI, no, people are just looking for solutions. See, the people like Jeff Paul TV1, he's an individual that can find a problem in everything, even when people are seeking solutions. The whole idea of crypto is seeking a solution to a cashless world in society that we're moving into, right? And bringing more anonymity and privacy to when you transact on the internet. That's what people are trying to solve. And then once Satoshi solved the double spending problem, then people start applying this technology to other, realms where they feel that we can need more privacy and more control. But this idea that crypto fixes and solves everything, no one believes that except for you. No problem, BK. Thanks for the support. Ralph Partner, yeah, but it's 1,000% speculation right now. throwing a dart on the board. How could you say it's speculation when you have countries adopting it? How can something be speculative when you have countries literally using it as legal tender? Companies putting it on its balance sheet, like Tesla, MicroStrategy, to name a few. Like at a certain point, you know, like these rebuttals, you can say the altcoins are speculative, but when you start looking at Bitcoin is pretty much solidified in what it's going to do. Like you know, at a certain point, we have to stop. We have to stop looking at all of the ways why something won't work and start trying to figure out more ways as to why it will work. I agree with you, which works. 99% of these cryptocurrencies will fail. Just like 99% of the dot-com bubble stocks failed as well. Which is why you should join my Tech Academy so you can know the difference between solid technology and bullshit technology. See, Bitcoin has already captured the network effect. Chainlink has already captured the network effect. Meaning that there's no DeFi without Chainlink. See, this is the kind of information that you're not going to get from these other people in crypto. So Raw Talk Real Deal says we must stress tangible assets. Or how about we just stress just being intelligent with investing in general, right? How about we stop this idea that one asset is better than another? How about we stop this idea that real estate is better than gold and silver, or gold and silver is better than stocks, or stocks is better than crypto? How about we just start encouraging people to get educated? How about we just start encouraging people to get more diversified? How about we start educating people to be more diligent and working together to build the resources? How about we stop trying to talk about what this one should be doing and that one should be doing and what we should be putting our money into, and just get educated? Because guess what? Any opportunity can work if there's money flowing into it. If there's an economy, you can wholesale real estate, you can flip real estate, you can cash flow real estate, you can day trade stocks, swing trade stocks, stock options. You can make money in a whole bunch of different areas. Drop shipping, right? Selling t-shirts, e-commerce. There's so many different ways of making money. Creating content for other people. But you need the knowledge in order to do it. And I'm emphasizing to you, go get the knowledge. Turn the rosés off. Because rosé rich. So rosé can pop his ish. Malik says, where's ApeCoin heading in the short term? Why is Ape destined to outperform the foreign tokens? The future of technology is likely East Asia. First of all, the market in general is heading lower. I just told you that. So if Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. That answers that question. Why is Ape out? Ape is destined to outperform all of these other projects because they have a network effect. See, and what good is it if I have a cell phone, right? And no one else has a cell phone, then cell phones are pointless. What makes cell phones valuable? The fact that other people have them. So now I can call other people. That's a utility. That's a use case. That's a network. Therefore, the more users that you have in a network, the more valuable the network becomes. When you look at the ApeCoin and the Bored Ape Yacht Club brand, and you start seeing all of the people that's involved in the ecosystem and the quality of people, then I let you know that there's a network effect starting to build. When I look at things like Decentraland and Sandbox, I don't see the same community that I see for ApeCoin and the Bored Ape Yacht Club. See, I look for communities because community is what's going to drive a product and service, right? Like, for example, when you see an iPhone or Apple products, you see community, you see people that use it, that enjoy it. that they don't want to use anything else but that particular product. When I see the Bored Ape Yacht Club, go on Twitter, if you don't believe me, and go look at the NFT discussions. Most of the discussions are dominated by people who are affiliated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club brand. That's something I want to buy into, right? Because that's a community of people who, at the end of the day, most of the people who own Bored Apes are broke. They got a PFP that's worth $300,000, $400,000, but they didn't even have enough ETH to mint. Here I was the night when it was minting. I was paying 2 ETH and 1 ETH just for me to buy and flip my my other deeds on OpenSea. Because see, I got money. But most people in the Bored Ape Yacht Club brand don't have any money. But they like the brand, and they're not going to sell their Bored Apes. Some of them are getting offered millions of dollars, and they're broke. They're still working, but they own their ape. That's a community I want to be involved in. When I see A16Z investing in that and what they're developing, I want to be a part of that. That makes sense to me. I invest in things that have utility, that have community. So I hope that answers your question, brother. Right? How many people do you see talking about Decentraland? How many people do you see excited about Sandbox? Those are other metaverses. See, that's what happens. And this goes back to education. You're buying something and you're expecting it to go up the same day. Think about it. You just brought ApeCoin and you're like, why it's not going up? And see, that becomes the problem because people like Rose say, where's the money at? So people feel that, well, I purchased this coin and you talked about it, so it got to go up today. That's not how investing works. That's not how investing works. But again, crypto has created so much wealth and so much opportunity for people that they expect, I got to get rich today. I purchased it last week. It got to go up to this week. 100% hurt blessings. I'm building out a whole server farm in regards to being able to stake coins and run node validators. That's another thing, and I'm glad you mentioned that. That totally slipped my mind. When I was at the Bitcoin conference in Miami, the largest booths had Bitcoin mining. Everywhere you look was Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin mining. When you look at what happens on the back end, most people are not even really running nodes themselves to validate transactions. Instead, what they're doing is they're going to using Amazon Web Services. So you're going to have such a huge advantage over the marketplace by building out your own nodes and your own server farms. And that's what I'm going to be in the process of doing and offering those investment opportunities to individuals who want to stake with my validator. So 100% agree with you, Hurt Blessings. It's all about the nodes because you actually own the infrastructure that's going to be validating and maintaining the state of the blockchain. Yeah, I keep hearing about Constellation DAG. I just haven't had a chance to get into it. Guys, you know, my days are extremely busy talking to clients, talking to investors, putting together content for my students. Like I just put a masterclass together in regards to how to convert your crypto into alternative assets and converting those assets into fiat dollars without having to go through centralized exchanges. And that's only available for lifetime members. Enlighten below. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram, a direct message, or you can email me at info@mytechacademy.io. There are a lot of people who are scamming and impersonating me. I would never DM you first, nor would I, ask you to put money into a stock account or a brokerage or anything like that. I'm only affiliated and focused on crypto 100%. And before you send money to anyone, you and I are going to hop on a Zoom conference call to go over the contract and talk about the investment opportunity. Do not just send money to anyone on the internet. There are people who are making fake Instagram pages of me and reaching out to you. So just be mindful of that. Before you invest a dime with anything that I got going on, you and I are going to talk face to face. So if you can't talk to the person face to face, that's not me. Yeah, I definitely don't promote day trading because I did it successfully, and I will tell you that it's hard. It's not easy, and at a certain point, it just doesn't scale well for what I was doing. So Raw Talk Real Deal says crypto is just another cash system. If manipulated properly, you will make a fortune. But is bringing that out of cyber is the issue, which Eli has at his academy. I don't know what you're trying to say, brother. E, what are your thoughts on play to earn gaming as a new form of crypto mining? Don't know too much about that in regards to crypto mining, but I believe that play to earn gaming is going to be huge because as the economy continues to get worse and deteriorate, as people lose their jobs, as people lose their incomes, they're going to need a way to replace their income. And what better way to replace your income than with a play to earn game? We watched that happen with Axie Infinity in the Philippines, and it's going to happen here. Ready Player One is going to be the future economy. And I really encourage everyone to go do that. Go watch that movie. Mm-hmm. Raw Talk Real Deal says you have a way to transfer from crypto to tangible. Absolutely. That's what my masterclass is about. Teaching you that. Guys, going into the Great Reset, you need to be diversified in your thinking and your approach. Period. Right? Like, you need to have alternatives to crypto, alternatives to real estate if you're looking to be well diversified. I'm not looking to become an overnight powerhouse. I'm trying to wrap my head around why you believe America will be an innovator in the crypto space headed forward. Because it's not about America being an innovator. These are protocols. See, this is what many of you miss. You make it like these cryptocurrencies are, relegated to just America. These are open source protocols that can be used and iterated on all throughout the world, right? Like Chainlink is not just, only used in America. There are people working on a protocol all over the world. The Bitcoin protocol, people are working on it all over the world. These are global opportunities. So I'm not banking on just America. Like when I show you these job opportunities, many of these jobs are remote. You can work on these protocols and work these jobs anywhere in the world. So it's not about just America being, the end all be all. It's about just getting involved in the technology. Because if you have tech skills, you can work from anywhere in the world. You could build a cryptocurrency project anywhere in the world. I believe Richard was living in Singapore at one point, and he's from Miami. So it's not about worrying about America being an innovator. It's about just having skills. See, if you have skills, you can go anywhere in the world and make money. I like that, Todd Mack. He says, yep, that's my plan. Skill up and decentralize my existence. We are anonymous. Expect us. Said, I've worked for companies in Japan before. Never been there in person. Ross is the boss. Never said he wasn't. Never said Ross was a boss, wasn't a boss. Never said Ross was broke. I'm saying to you that Ross represents a bigger problem in our culture where the comment section, Ross is just popping his ish, flexing his crib. That's it. The people in the comments, though, are agreeing with him when he says the crypto stuff is fake. the metaverse is fake. There's billions of dollars changing hands right now. How can you say that's fake? A cryptocurrency exchange is on the old Staples Arena in LA. And in Miami, the FTX Arena is a cryptocurrency trading platform. How can you not see the obvious before it's obvious? Go watch an NBA game right now. You're going to see Coinbase plastered everywhere. It's happening right now. I didn't see Malik respond. Just want to make sure I address him because he donated twice. Drop some more ADA hate. I mean, just look at the performance of ADA, right? Like, you know, it's funny to me just to watch these things happen. Like when you look at Cardano, man, and you just look at the lack of performance and how like Charles promised everything under the sun, and it's like it's not performing at all. You know, it's laughable. Shout out to my brother JT. He says, speak on it, Eli. While I agree with Ross that there are a lot of fake crypto millionaires, I know the technology is real. It's an emerging alternative investment asset class. Investors, just be careful. And I'm glad you said that. See, if you're not looking for materialism, you can't get scammed. See, if you force a person to earn your business with their knowledge, with their information, then they can't scam you. Right? So what Rose's talking about when people with the pictures and the fake millionaires, you should not need materialism to make a decision for you buying a product. Like, for example, when you come onto My Tech Academy's website, and I'm going to plug my site and my business, do you see any Lamborghinis? Do you see me with a gold chain? Do you see a Rolex? Am I talking to you about how much money you're going to make? Am I saying to you, these 6 simple steps will make you a millionaire? Follow my easy trading system? No, I'm simply leading with the information. Now, if the information makes sense to you, right, to educate you and give you a proper foundation, you become a part of the academy. But you don't see me marketing lifestyle. You don't see me teaching you and marketing lifestyle to you. So I agree that, you know, there are a lot of fake crypto gurus and millionaires or pretending to be millionaires, but that's because they know that's what you want to see. See, that's the purpose of what I'm saying. You should not want to see that. When you see the Rollie, when you see the Cuban, when you see the jet, when you see the Lambo, you turn a person off. I've never looked at a person and said, wow, that Lamborghini made me want to buy their course. That's immature, right? So we have to shift our thinking. And I even see it in my course. When people join, it's like they start to fall off after a week or two, right? If you truly want success, you'll put the work in. Educate yourself. And like I said, I give you guys free resources to go educate yourself as well if you don't want to pay. I'm just a poor black truck driver trying to make sure I can provide for my family. I'm well aware my profession will be finished within the next decade or so, trying to make sure me and mine can eat. Yeah, but if trying to eat is what you're looking to do, then understand you didn't get into the situation that you're in overnight. So you're not going to get out of it overnight. See, this becomes one of the biggest problems with investing. Wealth is built over time. It's not built with a lottery ticket. I've been involved in crypto since, let me show you something. I posted this in my group. Let me show you something. Let's go to Slack. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you how long I've been doing this for, right? Like, I didn't just become successful overnight. I've been doing this for a very long time. Let's go into my group. all things crypto. Boom, 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 boom. Where's the images at? Give me 1 second, guys. Just bear with me. I need to pull up this image. It's going to take me a while to find it. Here we go. Is there a way that I can download this? Yeah. Here we go. This right here is how long I've been involved in crypto. That's my name, Elijah One Whitehead. This is a screenshot of me sending. I converted my last bit of crypto into fiat dollars. This was back in 2013 to go buy mining equipment from Butterfly Labs, and they scammed me. They never sent me the mining equipment, and they kept my money. That's how long I've been involved in crypto and Bitcoin for. I am an OG of an OG. Why am I sharing this with you? Not to brag, but to get you to understand I've been doing this shit for a long time. It took me, I've taken a lot of losses over the years to get to where I am today. I didn't buy one coin and poof, I was a millionaire. I didn't follow a guru on the internet and a three-step trading system and I got here. I got here through trial and error. I got here through being naturally curious. I got here through taking small steps along the way. And what happens is you start to build momentum as you take these small steps along the way. The problem is many of you, you feel like, oh my God, like you see a person's highlight reel, but you don't see all of the work that they put in to have that highlight reel. And see, that's one of the biggest problems with social media and, influence-based marketing is that, when or lifestyle-based marketing, you see the materialism, but you don't see what led up to the materialism or the credit cards that they maxed out to give you the materialism, right? So yes, you may be in a tight spot or, you might be looking to build something for your family. Well, building takes time. You don't build a house overnight, right? It takes time to build the foundation, to get the permits, right? You have to have different people come and work on different parts of the home as you go forward. Same thing with business. Get started. You're going to take a few bumps and bruises along the way, but the most important thing is part of getting started requires education. Without the education, you're falling behind, right? If you're just doing things and you don't know why you're doing them and you don't have a proven method, like even for investing, you should be back testing your investment strategy, right? Buying something because someone's talking about it isn't an investment strategy. An investment strategy is, are you looking at the earnings reports, right? Are you looking at new addresses being created in regards to the crypto, right? How much mining revenue is being generated, right? Like you have to have a methodology into how you're buying things and why you're buying things, not just buying them because I got a hunch. Does it work out for some people? Yeah, but in most cases it don't. It doesn't. See, I got scammed with Butterfly Labs. I got burned with Mt. Gox. I would have millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin alone if I just would have held my crypto. Think about that. If I would have just held my Bitcoin from 2012, 2013, I would have made millions just from holding it. But I tried to get cute and listen to people and trade my Bitcoin and put it on Mt. Gox and got burned. You know why? Because I didn't get education. And then I went and I tried to go buy mining equipment to make it back out of desperation and lost everything. Obviously, I made it back, but I got burned. So here we go. We have Ralph Perrier says, if you're not a founder building these networks, then you're speculating. 95% will lose money. Best build a cash flowing business instead. You'll do better. Really? Because 90% of businesses fail within their first year. Have you looked at a chart of Netflix, Peloton, Zoom? It's like, I love when people say 95% of these cryptocurrencies will fail. We're not talking about failing cryptocurrencies. I talk to you about real cryptocurrencies that have real technology, that have real partnerships. You think Bitcoin's going to fail after it's created a network effect? You think Ethereum's going to fail after it's created a network effect? Chainlink's going to fail if it's created a network effect. You know, it's just like, I mean, if that's what you want to believe, right? But you're going to go out here and you're going to build a business, right? That's the solution. Just go start a business. Like, that's easy. It's easy to start a business. You keep believing that. You keep believing that it's easy to just go start a cash flowing business and everything's going to be okay. It took me years before I started making money as an entrepreneur. Years of being broke. But you know, you let people keep selling you the idea, just go start a business. Tell me how that works out for you. People who flaunt their money are covering up their insecurities. The wealthiest people let their money build their character, while rappers let their money build their egos. I agree and disagree with that. I've come across some people who do flaunt their money, but they're very good investors. It's a small percentage of their net worth. So I don't think that flaunting money is bad. I think that as an individual watching that should not be the barometer for you to measure if something is a good investment or a bad investment. I think that if you're gauging the legitimacy of an investment based upon, you know, the image of something, then that becomes a problem, right? Like your Rolex doesn't impress me. You showing me how I can get one impresses me. Right? Like, I don't get impressed by your nice watch or your nice clothes. The things, the information you're giving me to obtain those things moves me. Right? So I understand where you're going with rappers. And that's the funny thing, that Ross would even talk about rappers and their, you know, not talk about rappers, but talk about like crypto people showing their wealth. When we have rappers that rap about things that they don't do either, you know, they rap about a lifestyle that they're not living, women that they don't have, and wealth that they don't have. And that goes back to the Decadent Veil, right? Because the Decadent Veil shows you that most of these people are broke. Thanks for the donation, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks, Lester Jikes. Yeah, Lester flexing. It took me well over. I gotta really put some thought into it. Like, when did I would say I started making money online, like consistently, probably like 2013, 2014 ish. And that wasn't nothing life changing. That was like, you know, $30,000, $40,000, like nothing crazy. I didn't really start making good money online. I have to think about that. I would say I probably started making good money online like 2016, like livable money. Yeah, I'll say probably like 2016. I like what Malik just said. Started a business, gross was well into 300,000 yearly, and it still failed within the 42nd month. Happens. Listen, guys, starting a business is not the end all be all. Many of you think you own a business and you actually just own a job. All you did was you traded one, you know, one boss in for another one, because you become a slave to your employees. You become a slave to, you know, the overhead of operating your business. And now, instead of, you know, working when you want to, now you're working 12-hour shifts just to cover the rent. Right? Most people they think they own a business, when in reality you own a job, and you end up working harder in your business than you did before. Yeah, I did do a business about that DMAD thing. You know, about just the reality of business. Like, it's hard. Like, it's extremely hard. Like, the tax bill I got this year was insane. And if you're not on top of your business and like putting money away, I see how very easily you can end up owing the IRS, right? Luckily, you know, I move my money around diligently and things of that nature, but the tax bill I got was insane. Look, Cardano's pumping right now, though. I'm really big on Avalanche and Harmony. That's another thing that I've been looking at. Is just like really investing into ecosystems heavily. Look at Tron. Tron's up 20%. Look at Uniswap. I've been telling you guys about Uniswap. FTX token. This is the token for the exchange that's in Miami. That the Miami Heat's arena is named after. ApeCoin's at $15.51. That's good. Sandbox is up 12%. Decentraland's up 11%. Let's see, what was Decentraland's high market cap? Let's see. Let's pull up Decentraland's high. I'm interested in that. So it got to $10 billion. Okay, so we're definitely down a lot from their high. And the high price was over $5. So you definitely got some room to run in Decentraland. I have a junk removal business. It's successful now, but the first few months I was in a hole. It has been a year and I just broke even. Absolutely. Listen, man. I'm glad you said that. Like, you got to think about it. When I first started this YouTube channel, I didn't have none of the equipment that I have right now. I didn't have this microphone. I didn't have this Sony A7 camera, the Canon M50. Like, look at the MacBooks I have here. Like, I probably have well over $50,000-$60,000 of equipment right here in my office. And when I first started, I didn't have any of this stuff, right? It took me time to build up to where I am. And I'm trying to get a lot of you guys to understand you have to start somewhere, but you need to be grounded and understand that it's not going to solve all of your problems today, right now. It just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. Majestic Podcast says, flaunting money gets attention, so I can see that being used to overcome obscurity and marketing yourself. Attention is currency. I agree with that, and I'm glad you said that, because it's when I was at the Bitcoin conference, right? When I put on these shirts, these Versace shirts, it's funny to me, like how if I just had on a regular polo shirt, no one speaks to me. No one has anything to say to me. But when we're at the conference, you know, Tony has on his chain, his ring. I have on Versace shirts. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everyone wants to know what you're doing. It builds instant credibility, and it's sad that it's that way because you should be able to lead with the information. Because I'm here to tell you, most of the people that I've come across that have material wealth, that dress a certain way, most of them are truly stupid and dumb. And I'm not bullshitting you. I've been around a lot of dumb people that they have a lot of money or they look like money, and you know, they're not really good at what they're trying to sell you. They're just good at selling you. You know, for me personally, I don't look for material wealth. But I agree. It's definitely a currency. And when you can get attention and not a market behind, like when you don't have a market behind it, but you have substance, you can really do some big things. Big Man says, I disagree about flexing money. Haters never take a day off. So many people flex stimulus and PPP money on IG just to get robbed while doing so. All turned around and ended up getting incarcerated and headed to jail. I told you guys stay away from that PPP loan stuff. What's up, Asuni? It was nice seeing you at the conference. Do you think someone like me that is a CISO could still find some value in the academy? Nah. Brother, I think that you're more advanced. And if anything, you know, I think that you would probably be better off starting your own thing. I think that For you personally, because I remember before you said you went through the I believe the Polkadot Development Boot Camp. You were talking about like Rust. For someone like yourself, start your own YouTube channel, start your own academy, start your own brand, because there's so many different programming languages. There's so much about crypto, right? There's no way that I can cover everything. So, that can be where you can go. Go start your own thing, brother. DMAT thing says CISO stands for Chief Info Security Officer. Go start your own thing. What I'm putting together is more for people who are beginning and looking to go from A to Z in community building. If you're a person that already has tech skills and you're proficient in what you're doing, you don't need to come to me, right? What I'm offering you're surpassed that. What you need to be here. This is where you need to be. You need to either be building your own projects, working on your own projects, or going here where the money's at, right? Because see, at a certain point, it's like, you can't be in learn mode forever. At a certain point, you gotta be in build mode, do mode. So just go do your own thing, bro. Yeah, absolutely. But I just think that for the skill sets that he has, and for what he's already revealed to me, like once you get a certain level of technical knowledge, like the world is your oyster, man. Like you can go anywhere and make money. Like with the skills I have, I can make money anywhere in the world. Like once you know how to develop and program and front end or back end, you're into information systems and technology. At that point, you can print money because your skills are in demand. You don't need to be a part of like an academy and learning. Like the whole purpose of the academy is to get you to a point where you're proficient in a particular skill set, and then you go on and do your own thing. I don't think Phantom is done at all. Let's see what Phantom is trading at. I've been yield farming on Phantom for a very, very long time. So I just believe that the marketplace right now, we have to trade lower. See, so many people, we get caught up into the price of crypto, right? And we forget that we try to time the market instead of focusing on time in the market. So Phantom's at 86 cents right now. It's up 12%. I think it got as high as $3. So it got as high as $3. Look at that double top, boom, boom, and then we traded down. I want to show you guys something, right? Full of VeChain. So back here, it peaked at 1 cent, right? And then it traded down all the way lower than a half a penny, right? Here in 2018. Guess what I did? I kept buying. In 2018, 2019, I kept buying. So it got lower than half a penny. I kept buying. All throughout here, I kept buying. Because I believed in the technology. I just kept buying. $1,000 here, $1,500 there. $1,000 here, $1,500 here. And then look, boom. But it took 2 years for it to happen. Billionaires and millionaires are made in bear markets. The real money is made in the bear market. The real money is made in buying things and holding them. That's where the real money's made at. That's where the real money's made at. So, Hard Play says crypto is gambling. Okay, that's not a bad opinion to have. So I want to show you something, right? And I want you to tell me, what do you think about the things I'm about to show you? I love to have, intelligent conversation. So let's look at, right? Let's look at some things, right? Since you think that it's gambling, right? It's nothing wrong with thinking that it's gambling. So we're gonna look at some charts, and you tell me if this is gambling or not, right? So this is Netflix. Look at a 1 month of Netflix. Is this gambling? I mean, it's a publicly traded company. They have employees. They have a product. They have a service. Nah, that's not gambling because it's regulated. Let's look at let's sit here and have a conversation. Because I mean, I'm just a coon and an agent. So what do I know? I don't know. Ain't let's look. Teton. Is this gambling? I mean, they got a bike. They got a bike. They have commercials. Crypto doesn't have commercials. There's no commercial for Chainlink. That's not gambling. Right? It touched $170. It's trading at $18. That's not gambling. That's a solid investment. Right? When we sit here and let's look at Zoom. Right? Let's sit here. That's not gambling. That's a stock chart of Zoom. Again, all investments carry risk. It's not the investment that's the problem, it's the investor. All investments carry risk. It's not the investment that's risky, it's the investor. You have to have knowledge. You have to have education. If anything you take away from this video, education is key when you are looking at an investment opportunity. Being informed, knowing what you're buying, why you're buying it. Because guess what? The people who was buying here, they made money. But the person who bought up here, they lost. The person who invested up here, they lost. Invested here, they lost. Invested here, they lost. It's all about timing in regards to knowing why you're buying and when you're buying, and knowing when you want to get out. Understanding the macro, understanding the fundamentals of the company, the revenue that's being generated, the amount of customers that they're onboarding, the narrative in the marketplace. Are we in a macro bull market? Is money cheap? Are interest rates cheap? Is money flowing? Versus when things get tight. So like I love when I hear people talk about things because they just say things because it sounds good. I can show you stock chart after stock chart that looks like this. So it's not that stocks are better than crypto or crypto's better than stocks. It's the investor. Steve states, it's crazy that clubhouse rooms that promote drama and nonsense can attract thousands of listeners, but life-changing info like this gets scrutinized and passed up. Keep up the good work, Eli. Blessings. No problem, brother. It's funny because me and Tony was talking about that the other day. We were talking about how, like, whenever there's like a drama or beef going on, your views spike. You're doing 800 views, 1,000 views of viewers during the live stream, 50,000 views for the video. I think a lot of it has to do with, number one, people like that content. That's part of it. But number two, the algorithm rewards that type of content. See, there's a vested interest in keeping you deaf, dumb, and blind. There's a vested interest in keeping you thinking like this.
The metaverse, crypto, y'all getting so much money. Where you at? Where you at? Show us. And I don't mean, oh, I'm trying to get money. Man, I got a lot of money. I ain't need that fake money. But show us, show my homies what the metaverse about. One of y'all big boy crypto dudes, guru crypto, picture takers, step up and say,
right? There's a vested interest in keeping you watching this type of stuff and thinking like this. Because see, Rose just talking his ish. But you see how this goes viral. Look how many views and comments this gets, because the algorithm will push this, right? And it's even, not even to get into like race about that, but like one of my theories is that I believe that these phones and devices push certain color content creators over others. And I truly believe that. I truly believe, because I know that this phone monitors your facial expressions and gestures. And I'm wondering if the algorithm favors like a particular pigment or color when looking at it. You have to think about these things because the algorithm controls so much. Because I see a lot of content creators whose content is nowhere near as good as mine. Nowhere near. And they have more views than I do. Or viewers than I do. And I say to myself, the content's nowhere near as good. I copy the same tags that they copy. And for whatever reason, their content index is higher. So there's definitely something with these algorithms in regards to the information that they reward and the type of content creators that get rewarded. So there's definitely a vested interest in promoting the drama and promoting the beef. So now people are incentivized to create more content around bullshit, because bullshit gets rewarded. A Majestic podcast says most retail traders are gambling because they don't apply risk management and market psychology. It's only gambling if you're investing in hype. Absolutely, 100% Majestic podcast, which is why I keep saying to people, the important thing is education. It's not the investment, it's the investor. You have to make sure that you have the correct information for what you're doing. Take the time out, invest in time, invest in tools and education that will be able to get you where you need to go. My thoughts on having borrowers of my note portfolio pay me in crypto. Taking payments in crypto, there are pros and cons. On one end, for a fact that they can't do a chargeback, right? So that's one of the pros of crypto in regards to like when you have people pay you in crypto, they can't contact their bank or their credit card company and get their money back, right? When the sales are final on the ledger. So that's important. But the other aspect of it is the volatility, right? Like, if you're taking dollars, you may lose 3% every year or 5% to inflation, but you don't have to worry about these wild swings of, 30%, 40%, 50% up and down. So can you withstand the volatility of, or is this money that you're going to be using for operating costs and operating expenses? Because in that case, you have to factor in the volatility. Another thing that you have to think about with crypto is securing it, right? Because if you don't know how to properly secure your crypto, then there's a possibility that either you forget your seed phrase or someone hacks you and steals your crypto, right? So if you can properly store your crypto on a device like this with your ledger, if you know that you don't really need the money right now, you don't care about the volatility, then there's nothing wrong with it. And then you have to also think about the tax implications, right? Because anytime that you do a crypto to crypto swap, you're then, getting, what's the name? That's a taxable event, right? So these are things that you need to consult with professionals on in regards to, does it make sense for you to be taking crypto for that particular business that you're involved in? I read a rumor that Umar, the ocean-faring walrus, has his own crypto now, ERP coin, named after the results of crushing dirty cookies. He created ERP coin to fund renovations crack fund for FDMG. You know, and Umar, Umar is funny because Umar represents exactly like what Ross is talking about here, where like a person can show you, they can demonstrate and articulate themselves and purport themselves in a way that gains your confidence. He's very good at getting your confidence, Umar. But when it comes to doing the work, he can't do the work. He could sell you. He could sell you good, man. Listen, we're gonna have the boys, brothers and sisters. We're gonna have animals at FDMG. We're gonna have the kid taking sniper training at FDMG, right? For the ancestors, they're gonna bring a piece of their dead loved ones' clothing to the school. We're gonna have a shrine, right? I get high at my shrine. All of this stuff. It sounds good, and then you give him your money, and here we are. He's been on this particular funding campaign now for what, 6 years, 7 years now. He's been collecting money for over a decade, and we still have no school. You have abandoned buildings, but that's because, again, we as a community, we value the materialism, the way things look, the way things are presented, other than the work. The school will never exist. He's never going to erect the school. It's not going to happen. Yeah, he did that D-man thing. A D-mad thing. He said that he's going to have the kids at the school take a strand of hair or article of clothing of their dead loved ones, their ancestors, and he's going to create an ancestral shrine at the school. He said that. I'm not making that up. He said business has to come before the back shots. What did he say? It's business before back shots. It's revolutionary Pan-Africanism before romance, and it's politics over the punani. Why he has his shirt off in the school. But he was able to get millions of dollars for a school. Why? Because he could sell confidence to the community. He was able to sell you, I got all the solutions. You don't have to do any of the work. Just give me your money. And nothing works that way. You have to be willing to do the work. 100% Mr. Diploma swag. All you had to do is start an online school. Yeah, I've been said that about Kwame Brown, but I left it alone because I don't want to sound like a hater and like I'm attacking a black man. So I just took the post down and stuff like that because, people are very sensitive if you're just objective, right? And you're calling out things that you see. Like, I'm not attacking him and his ability to play basketball or as a man. I'm just saying it's weird he has such a large following talking about coding and STEM, and it's evolved into something completely different, and I'll just leave that there. I'm not here to, get into that. I realized very quickly that's not a lane for me. Right? It's not a lane that, I would want to be a part of. And that goes back to like Rick Ross, where it's like, how about you get the best and brightest minds in crypto together and really use your platform to bring awareness to crypto so that we can spot the real authentic people in crypto versus the flexers, the posers, and the scammers. Like, let's start using our platforms not to flex on other people, but let's flex on trying to bring some people together and elevate them to really educate the culture. Like, let that be a flex. That's how we should be flexing, right? How many people can we bring and create a platform for people to be educated in this space? Wendell Williams, it's easy to create a cryptocurrency. You can create a cryptocurrency in like 15 minutes. I'm working on some different things behind the scenes right now. I'll definitely be announcing it for you guys in the future. Thoughts on other deeds? I have a huge investment in other deeds. I'm still buying more plots of land. I believe that the market is going to go lower, so we're going to be able to scoop up a lot of these plots of land. I believe that in the future that game's going to do extremely well, because it's not because the game's going to be something new or fresh. It's just going to be the first to the market. And see, one thing you have to understand is that when you're first to a market, if you have a workable product or service, you're going to be able to dominate. And when you look at Decentraland, like if you ever played around in Decentraland, the games that they have there suck. I own plots of land in Decentraland, and I'll tell you that they have a long way to go. So when you look at Yuga Labs and what they're trying to go for, more of a World of Warcraft theme, I believe that Apecoin and the whole ecosystem is going to do well because they're going to bring a workable product to the marketplace first, right? And a playable game. And see, that's what so many people miss. Like they miss the aspect that, first of all, most of us in crypto are already nerds anyway. So like me, I play a shit ton of Warframe. I play a lot of Doom Eternal. So I'm a gamer naturally. So when you create a play to earn gaming ecosystem that looks good, we can trade the land, we can make money off the land. That's a recipe for success. And then how things go viral in crypto, you know, if you get celebrities like Steph Curry, Meek Mill, and all these other people that own Bored Apes, you have a recipe for success there, because you're going to have a working game. And if they create their own blockchain, even if it's centralized, it has all of the recipes to be easily a top 10 coin. That's why I'm so bullish on Apecoin, because they're going to get to the market first with a workable product. Now, will there be better ones to come after in the future? Yes, but they will be first. So very, 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 very important. You know, it's the same thing with Bitcoin. You know, why is Bitcoin the number one cryptocurrency? Are there faster blockchains that, you know, are more scalable, or blockchains that have better technology? Absolutely, but Bitcoin is first. It's captured the network effect. And with that being said, guys, we are up on the 2-hour mark, so I'm definitely going to wrap it up here. I want to first say thank you to everyone that tuned in, that donated. I hope I answered all of your questions. The purpose of this video was not to attack Rick Ross, because Rick Ross is successful and he was just flexing. It was more about the people in the comment section, and this is exactly why, you know, we are in the condition that we're in, whether it comes to our politics, whether it comes to our finances, is because of we're always looking for the swag, the clout, the image, and we need to spend more time focusing on, you know, substance, right? We forget how things look, forget the gold chain, the nice house. Can a person teach you how to get those things? And they give you information for you to obtain those things if that's what you want. You know, we have to understand that the wealth transfer is happening, whether you want it to or not. And like I said earlier, when I went to that Bitcoin conference and I looked in the room and I saw that, you know, 98% of the people there did not look like me, that's a problem. But it correlates directly to our mindset that something has to look cool, it has to look sexy in order for us to want to be a part of it. And that becomes a problem, because by the time it's cool and sexy, it's too late. So what I would advise you to do, whether, you know, you join My Tech Academy or you go and scour the internet for free information, get involved, because the wealth transfer is happening. Trillions of dollars will flow away from legacy Web 2 companies over to Web 3.0. And, you know, you need to make sure that you're positioning yourself to take advantage of those opportunities. Also, before I go, you need to make sure that you text the word YouTube to the number below so that you can be on my mailing list, so that I will notify you via text when I'm going live. Because sometimes YouTube doesn't send out my notifications, so I'll text you prior to going live. I'm also doing a $5,000 crypto giveaway. I will be texting out the details for the giveaway. So make sure that you're on my list. I created a new Instagram as well. A link is in the description below. Also, if you're interested in learning about crypto, I put together My Tech Academy, where we cover all things crypto: how to buy, how to sell, how to store, NFTs, yield farming, DeFi, you name it. And we have a free 3-day trial. With that being said, guys, have a blessed and beautiful evening. And make sure that you are taking your time out to educate yourself. You can never go wrong by educating yourself.